And good afternoon, basketball fans. Welcome to Katowice, Poland for this game day 2 of Group D of the 2025 FIBA EuroBasket. It's Iceland taking on Belgium. Well, so far it's been a great opening game day as we saw 2 days ago. Victories indeed for the likes of Poland, France, and Israel. But at the moment, history could be made today. Well, Iceland yet to ever win a game. This is the third FIBA EuroBasket they have participated in, and yet they're still looking for that first victory. France will be taking on Slovenia later, while Israel will take on the hosts. Well, there are your current standings as seen due to the points difference. France top of the group, followed up by Israel, with both Iceland and Belgium rock bottom. Well, Josh Bet alongside Azania Stewart, and Azania, as we saw on the first game day, Belgium had a very tough game indeed against a very talented French national team.
Yeah, they really struggled out of the gates, Josh, against France, only scoring 10 points in that first quarter and didn't really get anything. I felt like they were just overwhelmed, so hopefully they can bounce back here. They've had yesterday off. I thought Hans van Wijn was great for them, 13 points. And also got to the free throw line, and then Mamadou Gissa, who got hit in the face and the nose and was bleeding, but was great in those minutes that he played. 6 points, 3 rebounds, so hopefully he can get himself going as well. But this is going to be a tough challenge. The way Iceland get up in the floor in transition, their speed, they didn't shoot very well. They won't, they're not going to be happy with that. But I think if they can look after the ball, Belgium with 18 turnovers against France is way too many. They've got to look after the ball and execute.
Dario Georgia, head coach of Belgium, of course, knows exactly everything you said there, Z. A very tough opponent in the likes of Iceland. A hungry opponent who, as I already mentioned, still in search. Now this being the third FIBA EuroBasket for that first win. You got to think tonight, the players who need to perform. Elvar Fredriksson, who was their leading scorer, but also we saw a very productive performance from the big man in the likes of Fligli Hanasson. But Z, it's got to also come tonight from Martin Hermansen. That man right there, he's got to perform if they're going to get that first win.
You're right about Martin. He only had 4 points. He was averaging 20 in the qualifiers. He is a big part of this team. You cannot have 4 points. I'm sorry. You've got to step up. But what they do have in the building is 2,000 Iceland fans. They have traveled. They are fantastic. They've already been up on their feet, doing their clapping, their cheering. They're ready to roar this team to their first ever win. For me, they love to shoot the three. So they were 5 from 29, 17%. We'll see them shoot early and often.
Well, there you have it. We've introduced the fans, but now fans watching live, if you're able to do so, we please kindly ask, stand for the national anthems of both Iceland and Belgium.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, if you are able, please remain standing for the national anthem of Iceland.
course, the famous Who chant. Obviously came in the summer of 2016, but now you get to see it within the culture of the FIBA EuroBasket. Well, again, a special occasion, second game day here of Group D between Iceland and Belgium, the first of 3 games to happen today. But now we are going to introduce 3 very important people for tonight's game, and those indeed are 3 referees. Well, we're very proud to say we have 3 of the finest coming from Turkey and Lithuania. From Turkey, we have the likes of Zafer Yilmaz and Kerem Baki, while from Lithuania, we have Mr. Juozas Barakovskis. A big thank you to all of our referees who've done a magnificent job in all of our games, and they'll do a great one tonight. Well, Zania, we are going to now look at the starting lineups. We'll probably begin with Belgium, and I would imagine with the performance of Hans van Wijn, and not to mention the likes of Ismail Bako, surely we're going to see those 2, but the key player that you mentioned is the likes of Gise. He's got to be ready to play. Now, they are going to go with Loic Schwartz, and as well as Emmanuel Lecomte, with the veteran play of Jean-Marc Weymouth. So a lot of players who did feature at the previous EuroBasket.
Yeah, but I think the vets, Mwama for sure, had 0 points also. They need more from their veteran players. We spoke about Van Wijn, which I thought he was elite, but also getting to his spots. He was driving, he was dunking, he was being really dominant, but also asking for the ball. Give it to me, I want it. There he is in warm-ups. So for me, I thought he was dominant, but also in the right spaces in the right time.
Well, their opponents, Iceland, of course, they can make history today, but I just imagine it's going to be the combo in the backcourt of both the likes of Elvar Friedrichsen and Martin Hermansen. So along with them, Christian Paulsen, who is quite a lethal 3-point shooter. Hilmar Henningsen, of course, his father was one of the greatest in the history of Icelandic basketball, with the big man, Tryggvi Hernason. I kind of feel like he could be the Kraken for this team. He could be such a big presence. And I don't know what it is with it. Maybe it needs a little bit of external motivation at times. Yeah,
a little bit of a change up in their starting lineup, actually. And here's the one to watch, Henningsen, and 13 points and the 14 rebounds, the double digits for the big man. Obviously, he's 7'1", and he walked in when I walked in the gym this morning, early afternoon, and he's huge. He's big. He was not really a traditional post player. He likes to spread the floor. I was asking him to be more underneath the rim, you know, dominate the ball, ask for the ball, and overall, he's massive for this team, not only in height, but in points and rebounds.
Okay, pick and roll, switch ball, 2 of you must switch. Okay, he will shoot every ball. Hand over with you. Hand over with you when he comes, switch it. Okay? Switch. Yes, go switch.
If it comes to margin, we can go high-low, or you're going one-on-one from there. Let's do this! Come on, boys!
Well, you just saw the official sponsor, the Tissot countdown to tip-off, indeed, is now underway as head coach Dario Georgia, his counterpart tonight, Craig Peterson. Both teams in search of a desperate victory. But in the case of Iceland, as I mentioned, they've never won a game here at the FIBA EuroBasket. It's their 3rd time qualifying. 2015, 17, they missed in 2022, but now they're back. And for Belgium, well, of course, many players returning from the 2022 FIBA EuroBasket, but also some new additions. It's about building that identity and trying to come up with the goods. Well, I think the key matchup in the backcourt, at least, is going to be between the likes of Elvar Friedrichsen and Emmanuel Lecomte.
Oh, okay. You're going to go that way. Well, Iceland has changed up their starting lineup, and, you know, usually you try and stick with it, but maybe they want to go with a bit more speed. They're just tremendous. Watch how fast, even on a scored basket from Belgium, how quick they get the ball out in it.
Welcome to Katowice, Poland. This is the 2025 FIBA EuroBasket. Iceland will have first possession. Well, there's that matchup. Lecomte has got to be able to deal with the pace and speed of Elvar Friedrichsen. Hermansen goes down. There's the offensive rebound, and second chance points falling to the beast.
Well, there he is, LA. It's the reason why we picked him. Doing his job. Bako's got to box him out.
This is where Iceland like to play aggressive defense, but with a player like Emmanuel Lecomte, he's going to try to respond, and that can be automatic.
Yeah, that's really lovely, and that sweet spot at that free throw line. So both teams on the board early.
Paulsen catching this high out the three-point line. Iceland like to space the floor. Now they get an ISO here, but Belgium getting ready for a double team. Well, it comes over, forcing the turnover. Now here comes Belgium. By Schwartz. Bit of contact, and he'll go to the free throw line.
Wonderful job from Schwartz getting out. They double the big man and off to the races. Go to the free throw line.
Because you love the way how Belgium forced the turnover, but then just how quickly they're able to get out on the fast break. And one of the criticisms that we both gave them, I mean, it's very tough when you go up against an elite world program like France, was their transition defense. So I wonder how that is going to pan out for both these two teams today.
Well, for sure, it's great when you can have a day off to scout as he misses that free throw and look at certain things that were, you know, bad for you the first game. You don't have much time to critique and change, so glad to see that's different from the first play.
Well, Henderson goes in, finds a penetration. That's a beautiful dive coming from Martin Hermansen.
Well, Henderson into the starting lineup today, and you can see why he's been inserted. Instant offense.
Lecomte, another mid-range. Also coming up with a rebound. Because Iceland's going to be riding off the emotion, the energy they will get from the 2,000 Icelandic fans who've made the journey. Fredriksson forced his way in, and somehow, someway, finding his way in the bucket.
Tough finish, and looks at the referee asking for a foul.
Lecomte pick and popped. Van White kicks out. Iceland's defense now picking up the second team foul, but that one's going to be called on the ground.
Emerson with the first.
Well, there's a layup in and around the trees. Not even Bako able to get there in time.
Around the trees, indeed. And there's the finish from the 24-year-old.
Well, Van White, little jump hook. That's a nice move. The man who led them against France.
You see what I mean? He knows where he wants to go. That nice power dribble and goes up.
We'll be interested to see how he plays in Turkey next season with Merkez Efendi. Hermansen goes in. Bako still struggling to block. And right now, Azania, Iceland getting points in the paint from their backcourt.
Yeah, way too easy.
Lecomte trying to do the same. And it does take threes. And this time he's able to knock it down. Has had his inconsistencies over the years, but that's good for him.
Yeah, over 100 caps for Belgium. Needed more from their vets. That's a good start. Could give them some confidence.
Henningsen, he'll fire a three. Good closeout by Jean-Manuel. And now Belgium looking to take the lead. That's good defense. Finds Bako. Paint protection from Hanasin, just making it tough to get a bucket off. Now Wemma's got to go for a fadeaway. Well, he's got his A game today.
Yeah. I asked for it, so he must have heard me.
And this is what Paulsen likes to do. He likes to spot up. Same time, Hanasin just giving Iceland a second chance. Another high bull screen. Finding Hanasin, catch the tough one. The big man's got to go up with it. Fredriksson, another penetration, and again, finding another bucket inside the key.
Albert Fredriksson, we didn't speak about him. 17 points in that game.
Well, no foul called. Turnover. Iceland now looking to regain the lead. Hermansen goes coast to coast, and no transition defense was able to prevent that one.
And look at that. That's what I spoke about at the start of the game, how quick they get up and down. Nobody's back there, and he makes them pay.
Well, Wemma just wanted to pass that one, and he worked very well to connect with that play. I don't even know what kind of shot he went up with.
That's 5 points for him now. 7, excuse me.
Just say third field goal, yeah.
Yeah, excuse me. Quick maths, let me get it together here.
Fredriksson finds Hanasin, and the Kraken, the beast. One more time. What a time coming from Elvar Friedrichsen.
Great patience from Iceland there, finding the big man wide open. All he had to do was rock the rim.
Lecopt finds a bit of space, unable to connect. Iceland looking to extend to a 2-possession lead. Hermansen. That's good defense coming from Loic Schwartz. But again, they'll go to this pick and roll with Friedrichsen. We'll find another bit of time. But a big rebound by Van Wijn. Belgium looks to level things up, and Bako goes in. Count it! And Ismail Bako will go to the free throw line. Belgian fans, Mohawks in the building, and they like that.
Yeah, got ourselves a game here. Good job from the big fella. Bako running rim to rim, right down the middle, takes the bump, concentrates, eyes are up on the basket, and finishes.
Bako's been, fair to say, in the last FIBA EuroBasket, he was very much a utility, intangible player for this team. But you think about the progression in this man's career. Now is the time for him to really be the inside presence, the post-interior face of the Lions. He's unable to hit the second free throw. But again, Jean-Marc Wemmer fighting for that offensive board. Bako finds Schwartz. Wemmer's made 1 3 and buries another one. He's got 10.
Yeah, feeling it. I demanded the vets come to play. He only had, he had a donut. He was 0 points.
Brings some bumps. That foul's going to be called on the ground. I like what they're doing, Iceland. They're trying to find Glenasson. And as you mentioned, not a foundation big, not a traditional center. But if he's near the bucket, see, just throw it up high.
Yeah.
The Kraken will get it. And there you see, they went fishing in the Icelandic Sea. And in the end, they found the beast, the Kraken. Glenasson, throw it down, big man. Well, here we go. That time, Belgium, well, that's going to be I'm assuming that's going to be 2 free throws coming up for Glenasson.
Oh, good catch with Bako on his front and really squashed there. So Tumba into the game. And Mamadou, he's he was the one that had that nose injury. So didn't play much, but
well, the foul's on the ground.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
You thought Mamadou really brought different energy for Belgium, didn't you?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, especially with a team like France who are able to play such a high tempo. He's the one player that can really match that style of play. They'll need that tonight. Oh, Powson, this is last 3. Wide open and beating the shot clock and burying the tray ball.
Huge. And the fans love it. There it is. Beautiful shot of them. And he looks up as he hits that 3.
All leveled up at 17 apiece. Now we're into 4 minutes. Lecopt. Van Wijn's got to find Tumba. Tumba's got to go up with it. But they're going to call an offensive foul on Kevin Tumba. I'm just wondering, did he use the elbow? Let's have a look at the replay. Watch Kevin Tumba. Well, I mean, he gets it.
It's a bit of a chicken wing, isn't it? Just kind of cooks him there. That's the 3-point shot just before the shot clock goes off.
Now you hear the Icelandic fans. That's the unfortunate reaction from head coach Dario Georgia. Well, he'll be going to CSP Limoges next season in the French LNB Pro A. And Mamadou Guissé will be joining him. $17 apiece. Iceland looking to reclaim the lead. Jan Axel Gudmundsson finds Friedrichsen. Guided by the young Van de Ende. And again, they go to Glenasson. Beast has got to go up. That's his first miss of the evening. Right there, Z. That is the explosive play that he has, because he can put any backcourt or any post interior defense into quick foul trouble because he is so agile. It's the change of pace.
Yeah, I really like him. Josh, before we move on today in our long day, it's 2 o'clock. You did this to me last time. You keep saying this evening.
This evening, my mistake.
It's this afternoon.
I tell you what, we lose track of time when you're in this magnificent arena. I mean, we are in the Spo Deck Arena, and sometimes you forget what time of day it is.
We don't see sunshine.
I love this arena. This is a magnificent venue.
It is really nice. They've really decked it out.
Well, Belgium can retake the lead with 3:18 to go here in the first quarter. Remember, both teams missing and losing, or losing their opening games.
Yeah.
And now you can hear the Icelandic fans.
Yeah, Belgium, you know, like I said, struggled, lost 92 to 64 against France. And Iceland dropped to Israel 71-83. So both teams taking that L on game day one. So looking for that first win. And, you know, this is a long tournament in this group. And this win could really change some things for these teams. So it means a lot right now.
10 points to Jean-Marc Buena. Van Wine's wide open. Dise, baseline, trying to take on Hanassa. Big mistake. And now here comes Iceland. Buena almost comes up with it, but Iceland will retain this. Wow.
Look at this.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Not in my house.
Meets him at the top, trying to make the 7-footer a poster. Kind of lost the ball too. Timeout.
Well, these teams will talk it over. We're going to head down to the benches to find out what the coach is. We'll hear from Coach Craig Peterson.
We run one up, okay? So Kitty, you're here, okay? You're making the, listen, if they don't check you, just get it in bounds and then go. But you're going to be setting the Spain action. Okay, listen, when we come up tricky and he gets open in here, ball fakes, either this way to get it to him or this way to get it to here. Ball fakes is working, right? Simple, right? Let's go. Keep the tempo up.
Well, there you see Jean-Marc Buena leading in the moment with 10 points. 4 out of 4 from the field if you take both inside the rainbow and on the perimeter. You know, scoreless in the last game. See, it's as you said, I think he heard you.
Yep.
He's come ready to play.
He sure has, but just focus, laser focus. Beautiful arcing, ready to catch and shoot. His fans love it, but his team needed him to turn up today. And boy, he's done it in this first quarter.
17 apiece. Maya Stanison, one of the veterans, the leaders of this Iceland team, into the game. Well, that's some battles, but Belgium come up with it. You say, trying to go in again against the beast, but not quite sure that's the offense Dario Georgia wants.
Don't love that offense at all. You've just been blocked. Now you're taking on 2 to 3 defenders. Nobody else has touched the ball. You're forcing it. You're not letting the game come to you.
Well, again, it's going to be another sideline possession. Kari Janssen will inbound this, so checking into the game will be Thrastason.
Thrastason did well. Good defense there.
Well, Jean-Marc Buena at the moment, you can see, not only being there, yeah, exactly, not only the leading scorer, but also being very productive on the defensive end.
Yeah, active hands.
You say, again wants to ISO. This time missing. Right now probably trying to do a little too much.
Yeah, he's going to get subbed. And players coming to the bench already.
Stanison. At some point they got to get a shot off. There's a 3. Well, good look for Iceland, but unable to convert. They've only hit 1 so far. Oh, Jean-Marc Buena's got a mismatch there.
Yeah, why would he not give it into the hot hand?
Van Ende. Gise. This time passes, but in the end, turning it over. Iceland have numbers. Kani goes in, Kani finishes. Wow, Iceland right now just having a transition buffet against Belgium. See, nobody came out to stop him in the fast break.
Nope, nobody. Just kind of out of sync right now. It's the defense of Iceland being active.
Weber trying to work with Tumba. Van de Ende. That's going to be a 24-second violation.
Great defense from Iceland. They're going to have to really huddle up here because they've been on a struggle bus for me. Mamadou just 3 turnovers in a row, so he'll go to the bench. He's going to have to regroup. They brought Menace into the game. 36 for Belgium.
Well, Gudmundsson finds an acid, bumps. I don't even think he was looking at the basket when he went for that shot. I think he
really smart.
I think he knew he was going to get fouled.
Yeah, he knew the defense was draped all over him, so just get it up to the rim.
But see, like we highlighted 2 days ago, on their opening game, he had his double-double, but he was 5 for 10 from the free throw line. And we talked about his percentages last season in the Spanish ACB and also when they became champions in the FIBA Europe Cup. If he is able to convert all his free throws tonight, you got to think this could be a game Iceland should have in the bag.
Well, let's have a look. See what he does. That looks good. Yes, there we go.
Of course, I think the most amazing story about Trygve Hanassen was starting basketball at such a late age, because he lived in a village that was no closer than 5 miles away from a school or a supermarket. Sometimes in the winter, would have to take a snowmobile to get to practice.
I feel like that's like definition of Iceland, right?
Oh, you gotta love it.
Take a snowmobile to school. Kind of cool.
Van Wine finds Van de Ende. High arcing 3 is up. And that touches nothing.
Man, they're really out of sync right now, Belgium. Nothing going their way.
Because Van de Ende making his EuroBasket debut, as is Menace and some of the younger players, but you've got to relieve minutes with Jean-Marc Mwema, Emmanuel Lecomte, but you've also got to bring them back in at some points. Hermansen, 3, space. Still struggles. Belgium down by 4 points. Roughly 4 seconds, just under between game and shot clock. Schwartz finds Bako. Still can't finish. Iceland comes up with it, and now they can have the final shot. Friedrichsen wants to go himself, bumps. Well, that's going to let it bounce, so 1.7. Iceland will get it back.
But yeah, again, straight to the rim. That's the direction that they're going.
Well, good hands by Van de Ende, just avoiding getting called for the foul.
Yeah.
Now, smart move by Craig Peterson, because Paulson's going to come back in, giving them an extra 3-point threat. So you've got Friedrichsen, John Axel Gudmundsson, and Paulson. Final seconds. Glenasson gets it, but he's unable to finish. Well, that is the end of the first quarter. Iceland, 3rd FIBA EuroBasket, still looking for their first ever victory. They lead by 4 against Belgium, Z.
Well, we've gone back and forth, haven't we? 4 lead changes. It started off with Iceland. I felt like they did very, very well, but their veteran for Belgium in Weber just has really locked in. I felt like he was, got to his sweet spots, hit those 2 threes. There it is, the percentage for them, 50%, 2 from 4. He's 2 of those threes. Free throw line also going well for Iceland, and 57%, 8 from 14 from 2. Iceland are trying to get in the paint. That's what they love. What are they at the 3-point line? They are 1 from 5. Here's the first quarter best plays.
Well, of course, it started with Iceland getting points in the paint, and you got to think Elvar Friedrichsen doing what he does best. So far, he only has 4 points, but of course, that leading scorer, no surprise. Trygve Hanassen also has 4 rebounds as well, but it's got to be a collective effort. But so far for Belgium, How long do you keep Emmanuel Lecomte on the bench, Z?
Yeah, not long, but I just feel like they need to regroup. I think this end of the quarter and huddle is great timing for them, because there was a bunch of possessions there, maybe 3 or 4 possessions in a row, turnovers, you know, not even getting a shot up on the rim. And then what Iceland makes you pay is in transition. They're out and down the other end so quickly. And that's what they need to do. They were good in the first couple of minutes, actually, in Belgium, getting back in transition. But as soon as a missed shot happens, Iceland's, they'll make you pay.
And of course, this is the tough thing for Belgium, because you've got a very polarizing mix of experience players. But basketball fans, scan that QR code and download the Courtside 8091 app, where you can watch all FIBA live streams and extended highlights of FIBA competitions. Courtside 1891. Download it today using that QR code. But going back to what I was saying respectfully, is that by polarizing mix, you've got 5 experienced players or more that played in the last EuroBasket, and 5 new players who are relatively young. And it's such a short time, you've got to blend them together in a very tough group.
Yeah, and be on the same page. But this is it, you know, that
Schwartz trying to go for the mid-range. Fredrickson wants to run, and Jaws have found, you know, not only the speed that Elvar Fredrickson plays at, it's just the tenacity, the strength. I mean, he is terrifying when he comes up with it, because I don't even know many players that would like to take a charge against this man.
No, he's got hit there by Schwartz in the leg of some sort, so glad to see he's just going to run that off.
Fredrickson. Well, they wanted a traveling violation. It's not going to be a backcourt violation. Now Hermanson comes up with it. Got it by Schwartz. The Alba Berlin man, twisting, turning, going to work. Are you kidding me? On Hermanson, putting on a showcase.
That was nasty. We also demanded more from him this game. That's exactly what we want to see too.
6-point lead. Van de Ende, nice fake. That's going to be a goaltending violation.
Lovely fake.
It's that time Belgium just creating enough space in which Van de Ende, one of the few penetrations they've had inside the key that's caused them, or caused problems for the Icelandic post interior defense.
Yeah, and they spread the floor that time. That's why they get that nice drive down the middle.
Well, the Iverson cut, as they like to call it. Trying to find the ISO here for Hermanson. Hermanson again penetrates. Hangs in the air, and he'll go to the free throw line. Well, there's the play by Van de Ende. Goaltending. Hands Van de Waay, but look at the spin here. That is BBA. Beautiful by Van Hermanson.
Well, what happens with that foul there with Hans van Veen is that's his second foul, so instantly he walks straight to the bench. And frustration you can see as he just walks that one off.
Missing the first free throw. Because they, like I said, they've never won at a FIBA EuroBasket. Today, history could be made for Icelandic basketball, but you have to go to the free throw line. And see, you know this, you've got to convert.
Yep, sure do. Misses both of them. Luckily, his post player gets another rebound.
Fredrickson. That time going out of bounds. Belgium will get it back. Well, Van Vliet coming into the game for Belgium as Van Waay hatches to leave due to picking up that second foul, as you mentioned, Zania. But you know, he's not a bad three-point shooter, Van Vliet, but he's got to find a way to get it off a little bit quicker, because this defense is going to be quick to react.
Foul on the floor. With that foul. See here. Tough call.
Baseline possession. Bako finding Lloyd Schwartz. Van de Ende now pulls up from 18. Just a little too short as Thassason gathers the rebound for Iceland. Jan Axel Gudmundsson just hugging the sideline here in transition. Well, you know they're going for the lob, but good defense by Menace. Well, Schwartz down the middle, goes in, and he misses the layup, and that's going to be Iceland ball.
I'm sorry, that's a little selfish from Schwartz. He had two players in front of him in the transition, decides to take it himself, and the defender, look, you can see his two teammates, and then that's what happens, hits you in the face, out of bounds. You got to share the ball in those moments. Your teammates are in front of you.
Sensing a bit of, or a lack of continuity right now between the Belgian Lions. Not the first time we've seen those kind of scenarios. Paulsen finds a gap, kicks out. This is good ball movement. Now for Nassin. It's going to be a kick ball violation. So fresh 14 for Iceland. Just over 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Iceland hanging on to a 2-possession lead. Belgium, I'm going to say, I haven't seen Jean-Marc Wemmer still, or at least here in the second quarter.
Yeah, and he was balling. So I wonder how long you keep him on the bench.
Another high screen. Standerson finds a nasty step through the Kraken. One more time. Wow, you gotta love the footwork, see. You've gotta love what the big man is delivering.
Yeah, he's focused and they're looking for him. That's what I love about it. They're driving and they know he's gonna be there. Look how he cuts down the middle, hands already, and steps through. And a nice little dunk for him.
Well, he snowmobiled his way to the bucket and just took no prisoners. But I'm telling you, right now, 8 points, 5 rebounds. Looking to make history to bring Iceland their first win in the EuroBasket. We are going to head down to Belgium's bench to find out what head coach Dario Gerger has to say to his players.
Hey, go with the flash. Don't call nothing. Joppe, you going in the screen. Jean-Marc here in the corner, Andy here. Hey, go. Slip. Use it. Read corners ball. Shot or of the catch actions. You seal on your man. But guys, hey, we need to make some stops on the other side.
Change the fucking energy.
Go.
Come on. 1, 2, 3.
Well, 2 points, 5 rebounds away from a double-double. He did achieve that in the last game, but I think more than anything, he would like to see Iceland pick up their first ever win at a EuroBasket. But that time, I don't know what Bako was doing there. Bako, I think, may have thought the pass was going to go to the weak side, but right here, well, that is textbook, old-school post-play footwork.
It is. In that Belgium timeout, too.
Now getting his 6th rebound.
I heard them say, let's change our attitude. And I think I have to agree with them.
Standerson, that's going to remain Iceland ball. Bako, unfortunately, just got fingertip to it. Well, I like Iceland's pick and roll because, if anything, see, whether it's Standerson, Hermanson, or Friedrichsen, they are working. They're trying to draw all the defenders to them.
They really are.
Bako almost gets it. Lanassin. Again, it's that high pick and roll. Paulsen goes down the middle. Puts up a little floater. Another offensive rebound.
Wow.
This time, Bako just doing his job. Well, he was a hot hand in the first quarter. A foul is going to be given. I think that's on Joppe Menace. I just wondered, Z, did they keep Jean-Marc Wemmer and Emmanuel Lecomte on the bench a little too long?
Too long. I would have to agree with you. Got him out of rhythm. He's got hit in the eye. Paulsen. Glad to see he's up. And great. Here comes Henderson coming to the bench and willing on the fans, saying, come on, we need you. There's a great, there it is, great minutes from him. He's been outstanding. The big fella's done his job. 8 points, 6 rebounds in 14 minutes. He can finally catch his breath.
what I love about his game, and it goes back to when we first saw him play in the Basketball Champions League with Zaragoza back in 2020, is that he will do everything within his limit, but at the same time, he can almost play for any coach anywhere in the world because he is just a very relentless hard worker. And you speak to a lot of professionals that play with him. He's actually one of the nicest guys, a gentle giant off the floor.
And what's crazy, he's only 27.
Yeah.
He's got so much more to give.
Oh, Stanison kicks out. Klasterson up against Menace. Good hands by the youngster. Now Belgium can break. Hans van Wijn back on the floor. Lecoq. Van Vliet, this is what he likes to do. And that will do them a world of confidence.
Yeah, he loves this left-hand side three-point strike. Punches the A, knows that's big. Brings Belgium within 3.
Quick screen by Paulsen. Another kick out. Rasmussen was wide open. Now Henningsen. He'll fire a 3. Here comes Lecoq, but a foul is going to be drawn. Whoa. It's on the ground, but he almost got it. Well, Melanassin and Fredriksson didn't sit on the bench too long.
No, that's not even a minute. There's the Belgian fan shaking his head.
Tell you what, love the mohawk. I love that it's the flag colors too.
Yeah, his team's only down 3.
Expectations definitely high here for Belgium. Iceland have 2 fouls to give. Wemmer pulling for a clear out. Van Vliet finds Lecoq. This Belgium just seemed a little bit too married to the three-point line. But Wemmer's wide open. They won tonight, or 2, excuse me. Well, they save it. Good work. Van Vliet made his last. Makes another one. And he ties the game up at 25 apiece.
Huge. That same spot. Back-to-back 3s.
Klasterson. He'll try a 3. That's way off the mark. Belgium on a 6-0 run. Oh, Van Vliet's made, well, why not? You've made 2. Van Vliet's got a mismatch. Got it by Fredriksson. Van Wijn. Oh, Van Vliet's 2 3s. Third time unlucky.
I would have preferred him in the post just then as he fouls down low. He had the mismatch. Just turn around and shoot it right over the defense. That was Belgium doing a good job keeping the ball in bounds.
I agree with you. I mean, that was the second 3. He also had a good look in transition, and knowing the kind of coach Dario Gerger is, I mean, you see his team take transition 3s, but they've got to be high percentage looks. And I just wonder, you've made 2. Why not go for a 3rd one? You're on fire.
I'm also a bit concerned about his subbing. He's just taking him out after he just hit back-to-back 3s.
Hermanson finds an acid, goes in. Are you kidding me? Big man, Kraken, one more time with a big play.
Lovely. Really nice job from the big fella. I'm enjoying his play today.
Well, he's 4 rebounds away from a double-double.
Yeah, he's still in the first half.
Nice take by Bako, but unable to convert. Iceland lead by 2. Hermanson kicks out. Paulsen's made 1 3 and makes another one. 5-point lead.
Oh, they do it so well. They had numbers 3 on 2. They ran with the ball and then kicked it out. I love that type of 3. Look at this. They miss. Everyone crashes the boards. They're off to the races. 3 on 2. Sets his feet. Let it go. And knocks it down. Forces Belgium into a timeout.
Iceland currently 2 out of 8 from the three-point line, and both of them have come from Paulsen. Well, we're going to head down to Belgium's bench to find out what Dario Gerger has to say.
Double with Manu. Hans first one. Smile second. Hans, you're going with the flat base with diagonal. Using Smile delay bit. Wait. Relate it. Go in the pin. Go chamar. Go back here, okay? Second pick. Dive behind the back. Be ready, space. Side, let's go.
Well, the Icelandic Kraken, the Beast, Vigli Hanasson, right now leading the way here with 10 points. Joint leading scorer in the game with Jean-Marc Wemmer, but Wemmer hasn't scored since the first quarter. Where Belgium, right now, have got to find ways, if they're not going to score points in the paint, they've either got to free up from the perimeter or get that mid-range game going. Belgium starting things with Lecoq. There's that mid-range. Yeah. That's what they need.
Started with that in the first quarter. Automatic.
Because he's so effective coming off every ball screen and just getting into his shot off the dribble. On Axel Gudmundsson. Goes to his left. Tries to bump. Good hands by Lecoq.
Great hands from him.
Belgium can level things up with a 3. They've converted 4 so far here in the first half. And that's going to be Iceland's 3rd team foul.
Just fouled there, knocked to the head. So he's going to come out because that's his 3rd foul. It's tough. And he was feeling good. He had a couple of spin moves under his belt. It's going to take him out of his rhythm. We won't see him now till the second half.
It's a bit of a silly one to give away. And that's going to be number 2 on I.F. Stanison. So Iceland now, like Belgium, no fouls to give. 3:26 to go here in the second quarter. Lecoq can level things up. Baku tries a follow-up, but Iceland come up with it. Fredriksson. This has been a tough one to hand tonight. Elba. Still plenty of time here for Iceland. And there's a kick out. Paulsen's made 2 threes. Not going to get that one. Well, Van Vijn trying to Eurostep his way in. Well, Belgium just having all sorts of struggles now. Z, you can tell, you can just see Dario Georgia shouting at his players to get back on defense.
Yeah. Must.
Fredriksson goes in, but he's unable to get the and 1.
He's so good at that. Look at that glittery hairband, Iceland hairband. I feel like for me, he just sees a little glimpse, like it opens up. Here it is, the lane opens up, and he gets his head, his eyes up on the rim. Doesn't finish that time, but makes his way to the line for 2.
Well, Elvar Fredriksson really has been one of the many. Now, I just wonder, will the officials go to the monitor to review this? Because
yeah, they have.
Well,
they've shown the circular motion.
Yeah, let's go down to the monitor with them to find out what they have to say.
If the contact meets the criteria on sportsmanlike foul, our initial decision, pushing foul, personal foul. Okay, go. Go back. Normal speed, please. Normal speed. And go back. Now he's pushing, he's behind. Go normal speed. This angle is good. Main camera, much better. Main camera. This is good. Okay, go. He's pushing, he's behind. No attempt to play the ball. I think pushing is behind. I think it's. Do you see the pushing is behind?
I saw the pushing, but in my opinion, this is normal basketball.
This is normal basketball movements. He's behind. Go back.
Normal basketball movement.
Okay.
No excessive.
Go. I think he's pushing, he's behind. Go back a little bit. Go back. Now we can go this angle, yes. Now, do you see? Go back, go back. Do you see normal basketball movement? Pushing it behind?
Yeah, but it was like, you know, it was normal basket. It's not
Normal
outside.
basket. Okay. Go a little bit. 50-50.
Yeah.
Yeah, protocol. Unsportsmanlike foul, huh? Okay.
This is not clear.
Okay, this is not 50-50 situation. We go normal foul.
Yeah.
Okay. After the review, the contact did not meet the criteria on sportsmanlike foul, and personal foul remain. Okay? Benzer, 2 shots. Normal foul, 2 shots, okay?
No upgrade coming, so it's just going to be 2 free throws for Elva Friedrichsen. Chance though to make it a 5-point ball game with 2:41 to go here. We're live in Katowice, Poland. One of the 4 venues, Spodek Arena for the 2025 FIBA EuroBasket. Well, Elva Friedrichsen, of course, indeed has been the face of this national team. The son of the great Friedrich Ragnarsson. I like that name, Ragnarsson. Might his son today make it Ragnarok? Indeed, of course, you know, he will be playing next season with Anvel Włocławek here in Belgium. Had a great season last year with Marusi in Greece, especially in the FIBA Europe Cup.
Well, he gets himself back to the free throw line, which is where he does a lot of his damage every game. He was 8 for 9 in that Israel game.
6 points tonight for Friedrichsen. Belgium trying to get back in. Van Wyk tries to go down the middle, bumps. There's another rebound for the Beast. 7 rebounds tonight for Trygve Ragnarsson, as Iceland look to extend on their lead. Stadison finds Friedrichsen. Friedrichsen crosses. Over Ismail Bako. He is bowling tonight.
Yes, he is. Over the long hand of Bako, has to put it up high. Wonderful shot.
Remember, neither team with any fouls to give. Bako coming up for the screen. Van Wyk has to fire the 3, and that's way off. And it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, Belgium are just out of whack, and I can see it. Wait, let's watch this. This deserves its own little highlight reel.
Icelandic Steve Nash.
Yes, over that long hand of Bako, who's 6'10". That ain't easy. That's a beautiful smile as well, and he deserves it. Great move. As the timeout has been called, and I think this is a big timeout. I think Belgium need to regroup here. They need to look each other in the eyes and say, come on, boys, we're better than this.
Well, we are going to head down to Iceland's bench. Craig Peterson, right now his team leading by 7.
Hey, listen. We do it with Elvar, you're bringing the ball, okay? When he starts to come across, Kitty, go early. Go early, and I want you to do this time. I want you to lift up into here, okay? And then it's Ayer coming out of the corner, right? If it's not there, Elvar, and you picked up the ball, pop it to Trygve, hand off, rescreen, right? And you can drag him. Remember, ball fakes moves their whole defense, right? Here we go.
Well, Z, you got to think with 1:32 to go here in the second quarter, Iceland leading by 7 potentially. They could be looking at a 3 for 2. 3 good offenses for Iceland, but they've got to come up with 2 good defensive possessions because the way Belgium's playing now, you said it, they're out of sorts.
Yeah, they're out of whack for me. This is when you pounce on them and really start to pull away. I love that timeout. We got front row seats to it. Obviously drew up a play, said ball fakes are important, and if we miss, let's crash the boards.
Everything running for Elva Friedrichsen. Well, nice backdoor play, but Stadison missing. A foul is going to be given, so this is good for Belgium. Emmanuel Lecombe will go to the charity stripe.
But for me, that last miss from Iceland, okay, that's a tough finish, but it's too easy. Everything to the rim, no help defense coming over. The one-on-one defense is lacking. I'm really surprised, and Belgium are very lucky to have this lead, not so big that they can manage. They can get into halftime, speak about it, and come out fresh into the second half, because Iceland haven't executed those last couple of layups.
Well, it is Lecomte to the free throw line. Many will remember him, former University of Miami player, played 3 years at Baylor. Of course, his best season was his senior year, where he averaged 16 points per game in the NCAA. Was their feature for Belgium at the last EuroBasket. Fredriksson, long two, no problem. Now becoming joint leading scorer in the game with Vanassin and Jean-Marc Mwema.
You can see how much they want it.
Lecomte, and get out of my house. The Kraken said no, monsieur. Goodbye, the beast, the Frostman.
And this is what happens. You might be a big man with speed, but the length to catch up and block the shot out of bounds.
Just under a minute to go here in the second quarter. Lecomte, nice hesitation. Finds Menace, he'll go in. Well, we've seen him with the bunnies for Lou Ostend in the Basketball Champions League. And now we see it here at the FIBA EuroBasket.
That's the best offense Belgium's had in a fair few minutes.
Oh, Fredriksson pump fakes, gets it back. Another pump fake, working magic.
Oh, their fans were about to go crazy on that one.
Well, Tumba's got a mismatch. Tumba gets fouled, and he'll go to the charity stripe.
Good job. Tumba demanding the ball, sealing off. Though look how he just kind of stops right there, puts his hand up, perfect.
Let's see, how many times tonight, you called this out, how many times have we seen a player from Belgium, whether it's Van Wijn, whether it's Van Vliet or Tumba, they've had a clear mismatch and they haven't got the ball. That time you said it, in transition, they went right to it right away, and you got to think, if the decision-making is a little bit more clinical, they could easily be back in this game and leading.
Yeah, it's only a 5-point game. You know, it's not like, it feels like to me that Iceland should be up way more, but Belgium have done a good job just sticking around, and that's why I think this halftime is going to be really big for them. They're going to need it. They know they can play better.
Tumba currently at the free throw line. It's a part of his game, which hasn't always been the best part. Last season was a 46% free throw shooter when he did play for Antwerp Giants.
Let's have a look here. 50%. 1 from 2 against France. He's 1 from 2 now.
Final shot here in the first half for Iceland. Fredriksson wanted to run the clock down as much as possible. You got to think a ball screen's coming, or is it going to be isolation mode? There's a step back. Well, no screen. Menace will throw the length of the floor. Almost got it. Well, there you have it. Iceland still in search of that first ever FIBA EuroBasket win. Could it be tonight? They lead by 4 points against the Belgian Lions, but we still have 2 more quarters to play. But Z, as you mentioned, it's only 4 points, not a lot in it.
Yeah, Belgium's done a good job. 8 second chance points has really got themselves back into this game. Like I said, they're going to have to go in that locker room and really dig deep. Here's the stats for Iceland, that 2 from 11. You know they're going to let it go from 3. They're winning the rebounding game, though. The assists pretty even, and so are the turnovers. So anything's with it, but what I do like, I like Iceland. There it is, the top scorers. I like how they're playing as a team. You can see their energy. They're playing for each other as a team. Belgium, on the other hand, I just think there's moments and too many plays that are out of sync, out of whack, not on the same page, and kind of just have to regroup. But this is what's great about basketball. It's a game of 2 halves.
Well, indeed. First half going to Fredriksson, but Jean-Marc Mwema came out like a house on fire. Then he went to the bench for quite a while and didn't score at all in the second quarter. But Z, you highlighted it, the key difference. 24 points in the paint for Iceland, only 10 for Belgium. But it's not just Lanasset, even the backcourt players. They're finding ways to drive into the key.
Well, here's the second quarter. Best plays. This had to go on it. Lovely spin move from Hermansen, but is in foul trouble. So he had to go to the bench. Nice little fake and drive. But all to play for. This is why I love EuroBasket. You can have a really bad half, as Belgium have, and still you're only, 3 down and in a good position.
Well, they did convert 4 3-point field goals, 2 of them coming from that man, Van Vliet. Because he could have made a third one, and, he went to the bench shortly afterwards. So you kind of think you need that guy in the game at some point.
Yeah, they're 4 down, but that's also my concern, Coach Shedder. His subbing, his rotation. Obviously, I'm not a coach, but I just think he's leaving his players out too long, and then guys that are on fire, you're taking them out. So it's kind of just killing their momentum, and there you can see he's angry, but he's not letting guys get in rhythm. But yeah, like I said, I'm not a coach, but I just think he can keep some of those guys out there a bit longer.
Well, no doubt. Fredriksson in the backcourt, Linusson in the front court. Iceland riding on confidence, but is it enough to get them over the final hurdle? Here was Jappe Menes for Lua Stent. Of course, had some great moments this year in the BCL, and right now, well, we'll be back in just over 12 minutes.
Education, health, justice. We sometimes take these simple things for granted. They're not common for all of us. We are all born on the same planet, but not with the same opportunities.
Whatever our gender, color, belief, or capability, we are one. We are all on the same team. Let's convince those who never thought they would do it that they can. We can. Together, we are stronger. No matter your origin, basketball can bring everyone together. Basketball for good.
Dargars keeps the dribble low. Back to Porzingis. Flies in. And the unicorn does it again. 23 points.
And, well, they got a little bit too fancy and turned the ball over on that one. And now, oh, goodness me. Was not expecting that. Look at this, it's almost with Hawkinson. Oh, nice move, Enjai though. Little spin in the key, finds an opening. You know, obviously Germany, they're switching defense, and then it almost becomes like a box defense. Yeah. How they don't even want Hawkinson to get a.
Look at Jagan just take over. This is my world. And Krejci's taking all the way. Oh, and he just had a nasty fall. Number 23, Amran Şengün first.
Weedle throws it down. Murinen just wanted a piece of that too.
He's so athletic. Oh, nice pass, Schroeder to Tice. And Tice flushes it home for the first 2 points of the game.
Turnover upstairs, put a throw down. Pushed the elevator button to the penthouse and throw it down.
And off! And the dunk from Hazer. It has some words with Privanek. And he's got to be careful. He doesn't want to get teed up doing this, but look at this.
Sashu Sali looks long. He's all right. Oh! Just leaked out. Super pass. Threw it down.
That is unbelievable.
These guys will be legends in their own country, but also in the international basketball world forever.
Well, hello and welcome back to the Spodek Arena in Katowice, Poland for the 2025 FIBA EuroBasket matchup. Currently, Belgium trailing by 4 points to Iceland and Jean Mamwema. 10 points in the first quarter, currently leading them. But Azania, he didn't score much in the second. He hardly played that much.
Yeah, kind of left him on the bench to rot, and I just feel like when you've got a guy coming in, feeling good, you can see he demanded the ball, he wanted the ball, got into his lovely little spots. Look at this is tough, the little fadeaway jumper, and he came ready, and not that he heard me, but I challenged him. He had 0 points in that French game. He knew he could have been better. He comes out with the energy that they needed, splashes it in, and, you know, quick 10 points, but then nothing more. So hopefully he starts the game. You can see it. Look at it in his eyes. Looks at his bench. He's ready. He's locked in. He's focused.
There was a moment he got an offensive rebound off a free throw, and you saw the reaction from that. And it's as you said, they know how imperative, both teams know, that this game, they must win it, because if you don't, you're looking at their matchups against Slovenia. You're also looking at matchups against Poland. It only gets tougher for both of these two teams. So today, it's really a battle to find out who could potentially sneak into the top 4.
Well, here's the big fella. Innocent he's on his way to a double-double, already 10 points. But what I've really enjoyed about him, look, he's looking, puts his finger up there saying, hey, throw it to me, but rebounding is great. His teammates are looking for him. It's the drive, it's the kick, it's the looking for him underneath the rim where he can be efficient and successful. And what else he's been doing is, you know, egging on his home crowd, saying, come on, get behind us.
Well, indeed, he's having a hell of a game. Didn't quite get the double-double by halftime, but I think more than anything, he'll just want to get them their first victory. He's got 10 points, 7 rebounds. And indeed,
he'll have that double-double. And he's
2 blocks.
2 blocks as well. He's played 19 minutes, so he's played the whole first half pretty much. Look at all those green dots. That's a efficiency chart that you like to see.
And you know what's interesting? We've highlighted that he's not your traditional post. But
today he looks like one.
True, but the one moment he had against Israel was when he got it in the paint. Got it, I can't remember who it was from Israel. 1 dribble, 2 dribble, quick turn, jump hook, and you kind of feel a little bit more of that. Hey, that points average could go up anywhere between 15 and 20.
Yeah, but also his teammates are finding him in really successful places where he just has to catch and dunk it, or catch and score, or, you know what I mean? And that's when it becomes easy as a post player. When you've got to, you know, back down a defender, bang, to try and get your favorite sweet spot, it becomes difficult, especially that he's got to play both ends of the floor. He's got to play tough defense, protect the rim, and score. When you can just catch and score and feel good, it's a different type of feeling.
One positive I want to highlight here, you know, we have said the fact it's only a 4-point game. They only have 4 turnovers, but they have already got 5 steals in tonight's game. Now, in terms of 3-point shooting, they are just literally 33%. So it's not the worst half in the world for Belgium.
No.
I think the area where they're struggling is to find ways to score in the paint, because Well, anybody's going to find it tough against Twigly Henderson.
Yeah, I think that's a great point. They have looked after the ball. Second chance points also they've done really well. It's 8 points. Also, fast break points. Nice little 6 points from them, especially with the speed of Iceland. And also coming back, I think what was it? The highest, it was a 7-point lead, that was it. 7 points is how big the lead is. So nothing, they didn't let their, downs affect them too much where that lead kind of broke open. They just stuck around. So 7 points is the biggest lead. It's now 4. That's doable. That's nothing. That's easy. That's 2 buckets and get yourself going again. But I think the first 2 minutes of the third quarter are going to be big for Belgium, just to get themselves settled back in, but also confidence.
Well, like I said, the three-point shooting, and you made some very valid points there, of course. I mean, the majority of that half, nearly 14 minutes of it, Iceland were in control of it. They had the lead. So I think that's going to be an emotional headache that Belgium's probably try to overcome at halftime. But Iceland, still only 2 for 11 from the three-point line. They both came from Kristen Paulsen. Maybe whoever comes out slightly stronger from the perimeter could be the team that puts this game in the bag.
Yeah, that's a great point. Also, who's going to get to the free throw line? Belgium are 4 from 7, shooting 57%, and 67% for Iceland, and as they've got their 4 of 6. So you've got to be aggressive. You've got to put pressure on the rim, put pressure on the referees to get fouls. Those are important plays. Second chance points. Who's going to sacrifice their body? Who's going to get, on the floor? The little 1%ers, the little plays that aren't on the stat sheet.
Well, we're just under 2 minutes away from getting this game back under action. Remember, we're live here in the Spodek Arena, one of 4 host cities, one venue, hosting the 2025 FIBA EuroBasket in Katowice. Well, if you're watching this game live, wherever you may be, plenty of time, book a ticket, come watch the games. It's been an incredible atmosphere.
Can I just shout out Poland real quick? I've had a really lovely time already. Let's listen in real quick. I'm just going to give them their flowers. It was Friday night yesterday and the streets were filled, and lovely atmosphere here in the city.
They go sometimes open in quarters like that. Okay, that's it. After that, they communicate guard better. Any this, stop ball. Read, follow, tag, clear, last. Okay? Right. Sorry. One first.
Well, fans, scan that QR code and download the official FIBA EuroBasket app. Download it on your smartphone, your tablet, or Android, where you can get immediately all the best news, highlights, and content that matter to you most on the 2025 FIBA EuroBasket. Download it today. Iceland will have first possession. Martin Hermansen back in the lineup. Remember, he does have 3 fouls. Belgium going with Lecomte in the backcourt. Loy Schwartz. Quite a big lineup with Mwema, Van Wijn, and Ismail Bako. Well, there's Hermansen. Makes the penetration. Finds Friedrichsen. Can make it 7. Oh, he's fouled in the process. And that's on Hans. Van Wijn. Well, indeed, that's going to be foul number 3.
Silly foul. And he doesn't think so, but look how he runs out. I love the effort, though. It's the slap to the stomach. Undisciplined. Doesn't matter. Referees are going to call it. You're not allowed to touch the offensive player anywhere.
The disappointing thing is, Hans is one of their best players. I mean, he's a great defender. Because remember when he played for Hulan in the Basketball Champions League, he can defend multiple positions. And of course, there's been a bit of frustration for the Belgian Lions in this game, but I agree with you. A great player like Van Wijn, you've got to do better.
Yeah, now you have your 3rd foul, and what? We're not even a minute off into the game, and depending, coaches are going to send anyone to sub him out, but it kind of takes your aggression out of the game because you don't want to pick up the fourth.
LeCompte finds an opening. Oh, he misses. And that's what I mean about Hans van Wijn. Such a diverse player.
Yeah.
Second chance point.
And needed. Look, he does things like that. You can't pick up any fouls because your team needs you.
Well, they definitely need Hans. Oh, another step back three. They've only made 2. There you see, big Hans with a rebound. Belgium just trying to build some momentum. LeCompte pulls up 3. Bako unable to secure the rebound. Fredrickson comes up with it. Gonna have to slow this one down. Hermanson finds Hassan. Good hands by Van Wijn, but they took a gamble. Now LeCompte tries to go in, getting rejected. And that is what I call superior Icelandic transition defense. Well, here's the lob. Van Wijn does well there. And again, the snowmobile transition defense. Moving so quickly.
Henderson back into the starting lineup in the second half. Great defense.
Bako a little short. Boston just keeping Van Wijn off the offensive boards. Now Hermanson. Oh, that's going to remain Iceland ball, surely. Yep. Well, unless we saw something differently, because...
No, this is bad. From my view, it looks like it comes off the Hans hand. Watch right at the end there.
No, I don't think so.
Does it not?
Well, I could be wrong, but that looked like it came off of Linesen.
Okay.
But I could be wrong. Let's listen.
This is why we review.
We are going to review which team caused the out of the bounds. Okay, let's go. And go back. If there is a... Now is white. Now it's going to white, white, white. Go back. You can use. And we have another angle in the baseline. In the baseline. Yes, this one. Go back.
Frame by frame, please.
Frame by frame is go. Go, 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 white, white. Now means white. If there's a contact is here, go back, go back, go back, go back. This one, number 19. Is there a contact? Go.
White, white,
white, white, white, white, white, white. Still touch the white. And do you see the same is now last white touch the ball?
Yes.
Yes, we call the black team and we give the ball black 24 seconds in the baseline. Okay, after the review and call reversed and black team will start on the baseline. Okay.
There you go.
What? From our angle, because we saw it right here.
Yeah.
I was like you, I was convinced that came off LeCompte, but from that baseline view, I mean, very tough because both hands were connected more or less. It's very hard to see who got it, but clearly from the baseline view, it did show that Linesen had the last touch.
Well, there you have it. That's why you use your coach's review and they get the ball back. Good use of it.
Bako just being a pressure reliever here, helping Belgium fight down the full court press. The man-to-man matchup here from Iceland. Schwartz finds Van Wijn. LeCompte catching a tough one. Nowhere to go here. Van Wijn down the middle. Teardrop doesn't get it. Belgium just frustrating themselves offensively. Here comes the Horns action. Well, Hassan's got a post up. Fredrickson puts up a floater. And Z, if that was you making that post up, you would have demanded the rock.
I wouldn't say, give it to me now.
Well, Hans now just trying to get something in the paint now. Who's going to take a lot? That's going to go back to Iceland. Good defense by Fredriksson.
Very good. Just gets in the way and then off of Schwartz's hand.
Well, that's where Belgium just struggle to find points in the paint, and that's where they probably need their backcourt to find ways to penetrate it, just free up a bit of space on offense, and you can understand head coach Dario Djurdjev's frustrations.
Well, Andy Van Vliet is back in the game. He was just lighting it up and then got subbed out, so glad to see he's in the game for Belgium.
Fredriksson, another three. Belgium doing a good job of keeping Linnassen off the offensive boards. Now Schwartz. There you can see backcourt plays. Got to get to the rim. Well, if it's on Hermanson, that's going to be foul number 4.
He's been beat up today, I'll tell you that for free. He's had so many knocks. No, sorry, I'm talking about Paulson here. Paulson comes up. You see how his hand, just Schwartz's hand kind of backslapped him.
Well, my correction, the foul is not on Hermanson, because that would have been his 4th foul. Foul is on Paulson. Yeah, he got an extension from the forearm.
Yeah, he did. And that's painful. Getting hit in the nose.
Because for those watching the game, we saw the Polish national team practicing.
Yeah.
Because he was taunted in a friendly way, bantering his teammate at about, you don't make threes. Yeah. Of course, it's great to see players that play for the same club now here at the EuroBasket playing against each other. Fredriksson finds an asset, brings it down, goes in. And see, it's the point you made in the last game. Big man's got to keep the ball high wherever he catches it.
He's taking a hit to the nose. Yeah, I'm finding quite a lot. Is it just an old school way? Because I find he brings it down. Tumba brought it down. Just keep your 7'1".
Yeah.
If you bring that ball down, now you make yourself smaller. You bring it down to the little ones can come and steal it. But if you just keep it high, and you can just dunk it with ease.
Also, you keep it high, you just go up. It's an +1.
Yeah, yeah.
Because respect to him, this is the Achilles heel of his career. It's free throw shooting. Now credit, he's made the first one. He was 5 out of 10 in their defeat against Israel. Missing the second one. 5-point lead still to Iceland. Over 3 minutes played here in the 3rd quarter. Paulson's going to get called for another foul. That's going to be number 3 against him. Second team foul for Iceland. Both teams with 2 apiece. Belgium just trying to build that identity, the confidence to try to assert themselves in this game. Well, another rejection. Block number 3, and Andy is coming. Van Vliet on Airways.
Clearly can light it up from the 3, but also can add to the highlight reel.
Well, Paulson's made 2 threes. Not going to get that one. Belgium can level things up with a triple. Wemma attacks the gap. Going back to Van Vliet. Schwartz is wide open, but they don't get it to him quick enough. Wemma. Bako's got to go quick. Time is winding down. Bako in and around. Tough move.
Good job. Good use of the reverse. Defender out the way.
Well, this is a good run for Belgium.
Yeah, it is.
Got to rely on their defense now. Come up with a turnover. Hermanson finds Paulson. Hermanson goes baseline. That's going to be team foul number 3 against Belgium.
That's Bako's 3rd foul.
So he now becomes the 2nd Belgian player to pick up 3 along with Hans van Wijn.
Yeah, Kevin Tumba has to come back in for him.
Well, Andy's coming, baby. Look out. Put the toys away. Van Vliet with a throwdown. And it's about time. Nice backdoor. Hermanson extending Iceland's lead back to 3.
Beautiful and balance play, the back door. No one there to defend it.
Oh, Lecomte, nice step through. And again, backcourt players finding ways to get inside the paint just to relieve the pressure from the bigs.
Yeah, I would agree with you on that one.
Now both teams going back and forth at each other.
Good defense here from Belgium. It's tough.
Another player to pick up 3. That's third against Jean-Man Wimmer.
Yeah, foul starting to add up here. And that was really good defense too. Guys were rotating, helping. And Wimmer just got caught there.
Oh, another foul. It's going now. Well, number 4. Just becoming. Belgium has been magnificent here in the third quarter. You know, they've slowly got themselves into it, but now they're just going to give.
This is his fault. He's got to go to the bench.
And the problem with that foul is, sorry to cut you off, see, any more fouls, you send Iceland to the free throw line.
And you bring in minutes. He's 22, but he's had some solid minutes actually. But a less experienced player, but he's done well. So, yeah. 1-point game, and you give Iceland a chance to add.
You got to make it count, that's for sure.
Stressing out the Iceland fans. Very close game here. There's 1 for 2.
Only a 2-point ball game. And while Belgium statistically haven't had a bad game, for their standards, they know they can play better. That's going to be the third team foul against Iceland. It's on Axel Gudmundsson, his second personal. Lecomte. Nice dish out. Menace with a menacing two-handed jump.
Okay, young fella. Comes right off the bench. I like it.
Well, big man's open again. Well, that time he kind of brought it down, but went up with it, and he'll go back to the free throw line. But Belgium will be happy to see him go to the free throw line.
But this time, Menace, nice little basket camp. Little dish off that baseline cut is really hard to defend. But Belgium with foul trouble now, starting to add up. Big fella's knocking down his free throws, Josh.
And that's a huge plus for him, because it's almost like the hack the shack kind of philosophy.
Yeah.
If he's able to go to the charity stripe, Belgium might, and if he makes them, well, he missed the second one, but if he starts making them continuously, Belgium's got to rethink the strategy. 1 point Icelandic lead. Van Vliet made 2 threes. Gustafsson doesn't want to give him space though. Lecomte penetrates, finds Tumba. Goes out of bounds. Belgium will get it back with 4.2.
Now.
Oh, a timeout indeed is going to be called. Dario Georgia probably going to try to draw something up. They're going to have this. The free throw line extended on the sideline. Live here at the Spodek Arena. We'll head down to the Belgian bench to find out what Coach Georgia has to say.
Listen. Andy here. Manu here. Loic and Kevin here. Loic to the ball, flare for Loic Manu. Opening. Andy. Screen for Kev. Kev try to go. They will probably switch that. Okay? Andy here, flash shot open. You going on the board. Hey, we don't have this. Manu get open. Sprint Andy, try to ISO your back on and you seal and open Manu driving line. We have 4 seconds. 4 seconds, enough time, okay? Watch
Well, remember, Belgium will have it sidelined with 4.2 left on the shot clock, and Linesen has just been the post-interior nightmare tonight for Belgium. 3 rebounds away from a double-double. Well, he's hardly sat on the bench. He's played a total of 24 minutes and 58 seconds. There's the energy tracker. Menace gets it inbound. Lecomte. No time left. Nice little step back. Oh, 24-second violation. Z called me a blind man, but I thought he got it off in time, but clearly I was wrong.
Yeah. Coach biting his lip. He took that time out to draw something up.
Another aggressive penetration. Hermanson. Nice little show on the ball screen defensively by Tumba. But now a deep 3. Again, making the third one.
Rattles that one in. And that driving kick combo. As they go 3 from 15 now from the 3-point strike.
Menace down the middle. So go for a 360 pass. 7 on the shot clock for the Lions. Lecomte pulls up quickly. That's a little too short. Iceland want to run, but nobody's with him. Schwartz could have come up with it. That's a kickball violation, but I wonder if that came off of Hermanson's foot, though.
What's that on Tumba is second.
Oh, it's a foul.
Yeah.
Well, there's a deep 3-pointer. The axe coming from Jan Axe Gudbranson. Well, my theory was the team that gets it going from the perimeter, whatever it may be, just a few, could be the team that wins today. And in Iceland's case, well, it would be their first ever win in only their 3rd ever FIBA EuroBasket.
But they've only hit 3 3-pointers. They hit 5 in the French game. 5 from 29.
Oh, Frassison. Not going to get that one. Iceland battle, but Belgium recover. 4-point Icelandic lead. Schwartz. Well, gets big man up in the air. Foul is going to be called on the ground. That's going to be Iceland's final team foul to give away, but not a bad foul if you ask me, Z.
Definitely, because Tumba was already on the way to shoot the bucket. So very smart foul, because it was going to be an easy 2 points. The shot clock hasn't started. Okay, there it goes.
Oh, it's an unforced turnover. Under Ende went back door. Tumba. Oh, it's just miscommunication. Well, the Lions fans watching on with just that anxiety. It's only a 2-possession deficit. There's the alley-oop, but oh my goodness! Good night, Iceland! The Snowman, the Kraken, the Beast!
Innocent's been feeling it from the first half, and that time destroy it upstairs for the big fella. He'll do the rest of the work.
Menace on the turnover. Now here comes Iceland. Numbers. Frassison goes in with a Euro step. Draws a foul. He'll go to the free throw line. And my goodness gracious, just listen to the atmosphere. All down to that man's presence. Well, we fly with the snowmobile. The captain, the Kraken, indeed, Trygve Linesen.
Well, it was a great screen from number 10, Fredriksson, just to hit Tumba. Look, so he's wide open. Really well executed from Iceland. Those are the little plays that just keep adding up and keep you the lead.
Still, the free throw struggles continue tonight for Iceland. I mean, they're now 10 out of 16, Z.
Yeah. And that's what just keeps the door open, though, for Belgium. When you don't put a team away, as it goes 1 from 2, it just becomes dangerous.
7 points, indeed, is the biggest margin they've led by tonight. As now Ismail Bako checking back in for Kevin Tumba. Belgium got to hold it together.
Proud, though. Shout out defense for Iceland.
Menace goes to his left. Gotta look up, gotta know who to kick out to. Time winding down, and it's gonna be another Belgium turnover. Any bucket now is gonna send those Icelandic fans into electricity.
Here it is.
Wow.
Oh, air ball. Nothing but Polish air. That's not what they want. That was gonna blow the roof off, wasn't it, though?
Indeed. Because you got to look at this backcourt. Van der Ende, along with Menace and Loic Schwartz. Apart from Schwartz, the other two, it is their debut at a EuroBasket. They're still very young, so it's a lot of responsibility. Well, Iceland won a backdoor because Menace did get a brief touch to it. Final seconds. Van der Ende, big time three, like he did against France.
Massive, and he had to shoot it. The defense, though, was so tough that that's the only shot. Okay, wonderful, but you knocked it out. But look how hard they're having to work for a bucket.
Fredriksson being smothered on defense by Loic Schwartz. Good defense.
Great defense.
Well, Van Vliet, Iceland, you want it. Why not contest a jumble? Because Belgium would have got it back, but Iceland would have had first possession of the fourth quarter. Belgium, if they go quick, a 2-for-1 is on the table. Van der Ende does well. Rebound number 8 for the Kraken. 6 seconds difference between game and shot clock. Bit of a bump and another trip to the free throw line. And that's going to be Bako's number 4Z.
Well, let's talk about Schwartz. Schwartz slides out of the camera shot, so he's wide open. It was a good decision. Also using that body, get into Bako's body. Ismail's foul and goes to the line. That's Bako's 4th. You're right. So they've got they've got 2 guys on 4 fouls, and that was really in the 3rd, right? That they couldn't really afford those fouls.
Yeah.
But
Well, it's Jan Axel Gudmundsson at the charity stripe to try to extend this to a 6-point lead with 22.5 left. Because he had a magnificent season last year playing for San Pablo Burgos in the 2nd division of Spain. He is going back to San Pablo Burgos next year. 74% free throw shooter.
And he comes from a basketball family. His father over 169 caps.
It's the record, isn't it?
Yeah. That's, you don't get that many caps anymore because obviously the windows, there's only 2 games in the windows. But back in my day, we used to play multiple games, hence why I've got over 100, but never 169. So he comes from a basketball family. And some subs coming in now.
Just trying to get Jan Axel Gudmundsson and Fredriksson a bit of a breather. Yeah. So Ari Gunnarsson checking into the game for this final 22.5 here in the 3rd. Iceland, no, they've got 10 more minutes to hang on and make history.
Also, yeah, Fredriksson in the game. Good little body on him, 6'7", 4 years old. The Belgium get here, last play.
Van der Ende, pick and pop. Van Vliet, 3 is up. Can't get it. Iceland come up with it. They get it off in time. And it won't go, but they will head into the final 10 with a 6-point lead. All those fans could do is believe. While Belgium, they must do the same, because it is a very close game indeed here in game day 2 of this Group D matchup in the 2025 FIBA EuroBasket. And Z, it's been a great game nonetheless.
Great game, even though, like I've said it, here's the stats of Iceland, 56% from around the 2, 18%. They haven't shot a good clip yet in this tournament. Free throws, pretty good, also getting there. Belgium, 13 from 33. If they can just clean up around the rim and get some good look. Here is the third quarter, best plays. But like we said, I felt like the momentum has been with Iceland this whole game, but still, that's a beautiful block. They haven't broken open the lead and shut Belgium down, and this is when it becomes dangerous. Belgium just need to get a couple things going. Here's Lacombe doing a lovely job getting to the rim with that nice little step through. This is where you start to get nervous, and you talked about the anxiety, and what becomes, you know, easy in the first half now becomes a little bit more pressure and means more in the fourth.
Well, indeed, I think as you mentioned, Belgium go on these runs, whether it's a 4-0 run, a 5-0 run, and then defensively, they let themselves down, but there was the big alley-oop. And, you know, with 4:55 to go, and you've already put Iceland into the penalty. Now, granted, Iceland hasn't been too critical. They're 13 out of 19 from the charity stripe, but defensively, Belgium, that has been their weak spot today, Z.
Yeah, I think so too. And maybe is that there? Oh, that's a cute baby.
Well, fans,
he's telling you to go and scan the QR code.
The cute, beautiful child is telling you, scan that QR code and download Courtside 1891. That child is going to be a king one day, I tell you. But let me tell you something. Download Courtside 1891. Get all the best live streams and extended highlights of FIBA competitions. We're live in the Spodek Arena, 2025 FIBA EuroBasket. Final 10 minutes. Belgium down by 6. There's no need to panic. Van Wijn just hasn't clicked for him. Now Hermansson's got 8 points tonight. Of course, can become the third Icelandic player to get into double figures if he gets one more field goal. Paulsen's made 2 threes. Great work by Belgium. Van Vliet. Well, the good thing about Van Vliet being defended by Van Assen, you bring him away from the bucket.
That's what he's done. He's pulled him back out.
There it is. Well, Wima made 2 threes. Makes a third one. Crucial play.
I was wondering, because he scored those 10 points in the first quarter and he hasn't scored again until then, but good job from Belgium spreading, taking the big fella away from the bucket.
Well, nice dime. Well, another foul has been given.
A bang on his nose there. Masterson gets thrashed.
Quite a hot hit indeed, but a trip to the free throw line. That's the first team foul here in the fourth quarter. They'll probably go just get nothing stitched up, but just cleaned up. Well, they got to inbound it. Belgium need a good defensive play. Iceland just want to keep on building that lead again. Fredriksson penetrates. Little fadeaway. Good work by Van Vliet.
Really good job boxing out.
Well, Van Vliet can level things up. And there you can see the experience of Van Wijn. Now cutting it down to 1 point, but just like the third quarter, Belgium go on 4 runs. Now the defense has got to come into play. And case in points.
Yep. We'll shake our head on that. You do a wonderful job, back-to-back buckets, and then you let Iceland come down and shoot a wide open layup. And maybe just inconsistency is what's going to hurt them. This is beautiful. Broken up though.
Well, there's a foul. Now it's on the ground.
And just going back to Belgium is like, you know, it's like you keep shooting yourself in the foot. You finally get yourself going, and you got to get back, set yourself up on the defensive end, and it's like the, you know, the lack of concentration or energy or whatever it is, but it's letting them down. Maybe the immaturity, you know, the experience, I'm not sure, but yet again, you know, it's not killing them that it's only a 3-point game. So I could sit here all along and say this, that, but they're still in a chance. It doesn't matter what they've done. They're down 3.
Well, these fans have never, ever witnessed a FIBA EuroBasket victory. You know they want it badly. Hermanson penetrates. Inside wrap with a finger roll. Back-to-back bucket seed.
Wow, that's not an easy finish, Josh. Not everyone can do that. Here's a steal.
Well, they come up with it. Another Euro step. And now it's a 6-0 run. See, deja vu. Belgium going a 4-0 run. And Iceland respond yet again.
Yeah, right back at you. And I said, you know, they do wonderful things, great things. And here, they don't look after the ball. They're out to the races and put a bucket in. And the only thing coach can do is call timeout. And he's upset, and I don't blame you, because there's wonderful moments that we keep talking about, and they're right there. It's a 2-point game, it's a 4-point game, and then they just let it go. And so we sound like a broken record. The only thing is that there's 7 minutes and 40 seconds, and they still have time to break into that lead again. But I just think it's the momentum.
And I'm going to add to that broken record syntax that we've been on.
Yeah.
Iceland's never had a lead bigger than 7 points.
Yeah.
Some things just never change. You've got to think, if they break that barrier, is that potentially going to have an emotional effect on this game towards Belgium?
Yeah, I don't know, but I think that these fans aren't going to let them lose this game. I think the fans are a huge, big part. Over 2,000 have traveled from Iceland. They've been on their feet, they've been rocking, and it's the difference. And I think me bringing up the fans, and I've played in games like this where, you know, a small momentum play is even bigger when you hear that roar and it brings that energy, and, you know, it just gets you going, especially in the fourth when fatigue starts to kick in.
Well, they've got to have something big here. The experience they have on the floor. This is their best 5. They've got to play together. Wemmer finds separation, made his last 3. Well, it's going to go out of bounds. Iceland, no, Belgium will get it back. Good work by Bako. Well, that's a good look for him.
Yeah. Yeah, especially, you know, it hasn't taken that many shots after that great 3 that he hit, and he was on fire for 10 in the first half.
And that 3-pointer hit early here. Now Lecomte, can he cut it back down?
Yeah.
Well, that's going to be 2 points. I just wondered, though, you think that ball was going to go in regardless?
No, I think it was out of the cylinder. I thought it was going to come out, so good job from Hans.
Here we go, one more time. The flying beast, the flying Kraken, Linderson connecting.
So smart. And right now they're just outplaying Belgium. That perfectly back screen, we've seen that play before. And they run it again.
Well, Lecomte just missed a backdoor cut from that Bible. Good hustle. Jan Axel Gudmundsson diving on the floor. 7-point lead currently here to Iceland. Any bucket will give them the biggest margin. And a foul is going to be called, and that's number 4 on Hans van Wijn. See, he's now the 3rd Belgian player.
Watch this little back pick, the same thing. Fredrickson, we've seen that play over and over again. Yes, the pass has to be perfect, but the screen, they're outplaying Belgium. They're not communicating on the screen. They haven't switched. He's wide open. He makes them pay yet again.
Fredrickson. Belgium have 1 foul to give. Now goes to his right. Got to shoot it. Powelson gets it off in time, but doesn't connect. Still plenty of time here for Belgium. Well, McCall getting blocked. Iceland outnumbers. Hermanson hangs in the air. No foul called. Fredrickson coming up with the rebound. And again, no foul given. But they'll pull this one on Quigley Henderson. Belgium won an unsportsmanlike foul.
Look at a big fella, like he was naughty in school. Like, I did it, sir. It was me, Mr. Referee. But it was a smart foul because they were about to go off. They had numbers. So good foul from him.
And I think that's the right choice because I can't imagine how that would be upgraded.
Has the big fella got a double-double yet? We're on the watch.
Nope, he needs one more rebound. 16 points, 9 boards. And another foul is going to be called against Iceland.
What's that on Iceland? That's his second team foul, so they have fouls to give. Where Belgium, in the arena, it says they have 3 team fouls. On the screen, it says they have 4.
5:53 to go. You kind of feel like Belgium, you know, as good as they are, we just haven't seen their best today. But still, with the team that they have, that can still come with as little time left as possible.
Just going to clean up the floor. Quick mop situation.
Well, he's a fantastic coach, Dario Georgia. Of course, went to Belgium in 2005. It was the dynasty he built in Belgian basketball for Lou Ostend. Then taking over national team duties from Eddie Castells, and right now getting this group of players to buy into the philosophy. Schwartz has that high release. And there it is, double-double for the Beast.
He's got it. And Schwartz, for me, 2 points today, struggled. That's a good job, though, on the defensive end by Schwartz, but, you know, had 8 against France, but just hasn't seen the ball go through the net. But yet again, Belgium doing enough to you know, good defense, get a stop, and have another crack at it.
Of course, the disparity in this game has been points in the paint. Obako went to set the screen, then ran away. Schwartz, there's a kick out. That wide, wants to ISO. There's a turnaround, and Big Hans.
That's really pretty. I asked for that earlier, the turnaround. Look how high the release is, and back in within 5 is doable, and that's what you need. They get the stop, then they come down, but throughout this game we've seen Belgium go on a little 4-0 run, and then Iceland answers right back. So they got to be locked in. They got to concentrate here at Belgium. They can't lax at all. When the lack of concentration, to me, what is that? Is that fatigue? Is that age? Is that caring? There's a lot of things that go into it, but I just don't think they've been with it this game.
And respect to them as well. I was with them at the last FIBA EuroBasket in Tbilisi, Georgia. They don't have a natural scorer.
Yeah.
Where you had Retin Obasan, who's one of their greatest players in the history of Belgian basketball. They also had Jonathan Tabu, so they were key players they're missing. So this EuroBasket, it's a big test for players like Hans van Wijn, like Ismail Bako, and Jean-Marc Wemme, because they're no longer the utility intangible players. They're no longer the role players. Now they have to be the face and also the leaders. But, you know, double-double, 3rd or 4th block, actually. I mean, he's been terrific. 16 points, 10 rebounds, 4 blocks. Only 4 players in the history of the FIBA EuroBasket have recorded a triple-double. He's got 6 blocks to go. Might not be possible, but he's inching closer. So. And yesterday, it was Şengün of Türkiye that was 1 assist away from becoming the 5th player to get a triple-double. I want to see that happen in this EuroBasket.
It could definitely happen. We got the birthday boy coming up later for Poland, who could definitely record a triple-double.
Which would be his 2nd one in this competition.
Okay, here we go.
5-point lead. Hermansen finds Henderson and Kent putting Hans van Wijn as well as Bako on a poster.
Yeah, the fans love it. And yet again, putting your big fella in successful areas where he doesn't have to make a move. Just catch and go up.
Well, that was Hermansen's 7th assist of the evening. And it puts him up by 7 points. Schwartz. There's a step back, mid-range. But Bako getting the offensive board. Lecompte getting the handoff. Well, could have gone to the free throw line, and he had to work well to avoid a 5th block.
He likes that move, doesn't he? It's really good patience down there. Fakes, let the defense go by him.
Because Iceland finding some success here with Von Hermansen as their primary point guard. Finds an opening, kicks out. Gudmundsson's made 1. 4 minutes left. Belgium down by 5. Well, there's a foul. Now it's on the ground, I believe, or... Yep. So no free throws coming up for Emmanuel Lecomte. Look at the dime here. Prime time dime. And finding Linderson.
Yeah, and they're doing a good job, but also it's just the patience, because Belgium has been sending their big man, if it is Bako or Tumba, they hard hedge on the pick and roll. So if you can just wait that split second, you'll find your big man rolling down, and that time they did.
Linderson trying to commit. Wemmer has made 3 threes. Too short. Iceland save it. Just over 3.5 to go here in the fourth quarter. Steinarsson getting ready to sub back in for the Icelanders. Rasmussen, tough kick out, and throws that into the VIP section.
Iceland just need to be careful here. There's a couple possessions empty, and just making things a little bit difficult for themselves. Just keep the passes simple.
Lecomte, Chris has had a lot of success getting inside the paint so far this evening. Finds Bako, and he's rejected. 5 blocks tonight for Linderson.
Maybe he might just have that triple-double.
Well, he's got 3 minutes. He needs 5 more blocks. Hermanson, as Lecomte gets a push. Wow, that was a push, clearly. Great effort. 3 Icelandic players get it back. Schwartz, 3. Doesn't get it. And a big rebound.
Wow. Wonderful job from Steinarsson.
See, what I like about that transition play.
Yeah.
3 of the players in the backcourt for Iceland almost got the one. But going back to the play, that should have been a quick transition for Belgium. Nobody getting ahead, but you saw that. Hermanson, Steinarsson, and Fredriksson all getting back, but not in the house of Tringley Henderson tonight.
Yeah,
5 big blocks.
Yeah, pins it right in between the basket and the backboard, and she loves it. Wonderful job on the defensive end. But you're right, you know, not only do they get out in transition, Iceland, they're getting out in defensive transition, stopping the ball, not letting Belgium score any easy layups. Honestly, they've done a great job just to keep this lead, but still, it's not enough. They're not over the finish line yet.
Well, Belgium's got to hold tight. Hermanson finds an opening, hangs in the air, and now Belgium can run. Wow. Schwartz, they have taken a few air miles. Bako goes in. He's fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line. That's only going to be a second foul against Tringley Henderson.
Listen, what's that on his...
That's the second.
He's got his second. Oh, that's it.
Not much more to worry about, yeah.
That's a good foul to give. Make Bako, Ishmael Bako, score from the free throw line. Iceland fans boo him, try and put him off.
Bako gets it to roll in. 78% from the free throw line last season. He cut it down to a 3-point deficit. 2:18 left. Makes them both.
Good job.
Bit of a ghost action coming. Belgium switching. Steinarsson trying to find a gap. Fredriksson. That took a deflection, I think. And now Belgium down by 3.
Good defense from Belgium.
Lecomte can cut it down to 1. But big offensive board by Van Wijn. Well, he's got Van Wijn with him. Finds Bako, bumps, and now it's a 1-point deficit. Belgium still in this one.
Told ya. Haven't gone away. They got the stop. And the score, Bacco being huge for them there. 4 points from him, 2 from the free throw line.
Neither team with any fouls to give. And that's going to be an offensive foul. Yep.
Oh!
Poor one to give away.
Wow.
Well, I think he just goes in with the left shoulder. Well, we'll see the replay right here. Yep. Oh, the push-off. Yep. Good call.
And this is the problem when you don't put a team away. You leave. I've spoken about it earlier on in the third. I said when you don't, break that lead to 10 to 12 or more, you find yourself here.
Belgium have only had the lead for 1 minute and 15 seconds. Well, they get it back. Schwartz. Now, it's on the ground, but it won't matter because Belgium are in the penalty.
Yeah, it's free throws.
Well, Lloyd Schwartz has got to come big, Z.
Yeah, this is good from him. Big foul. If he just shot it the first one when he was running out, he would have got the foul. But big free throws here, Josh. 1:06. You're down 1. You can take the lead finally. What was that? What did you say? 1 minute and
15 seconds. That's the most.
15 seconds is all they've led. They've honestly been scratching and clawing this whole game. Yeah, 1 minute and 15 seconds. Wow.
Well, the problem, though, for Loic Schwartz is he hasn't been a great free throw shooter when playing for Saint-Gothard. Now, last season was a lot better from his second season. But no problem tying things up.
These are big, he's only scored 2 points this afternoon. And he could put his team in the lead. And
Makes
he does.
them both. 8-0 run coming from Belgium. And it looks like Craig Peterson has got a cool timeout. 1:06. Iceland have led for the entire of this game, but they've never led by more than 7 points, and now they find themselves down by 1. What nerves of steel these players must have.
Well, they've just kept competing and finding ways to keep going. Belgium have won this quarter so far, 17-10. The offense has come much better and easier for them. They've also got back and got some good solid stops. But also, I must admit, I've critiqued them and I've, picked them apart at times, but hats off to them. They haven't given up, especially going against a team that Iceland, they play till the end. They love to dig in deep and play till the very last second. Belgium have not shut up shop. They haven't said that we've lost. They've kept chipping away. There's the energy tracker. A bunch of their starters are having to play 30 minutes, that 29, 30 minutes spot. Well, 1:06, Josh. I'll hand it over to you.
Well, I tell you right now, Iceland were in total control of this when they led by 7. But Belgium in these last few minutes, they finally overcame the nightmare of this game, which was their defense. They came up with skills. They were able to get things out in transition. Now, for 1:06, it's either going to be a roller coaster or one of these teams is going to run away with it.
Yeah, both in team fouls, so free throws. So you've got to be disciplined with the fouling, or you'll give the team free throws. But Belgium is winning this quarter, and the most important quarter.
Pick and pop action with Paulsen. Here's where they've had the success. Hermanson pulls up from 15. Probably not the best shot in the world.
Don't like that offense. Don't like it.
Well, Belgium right now needs something big. Another screen with Bacco. Lecomte. Pump fakes, nowhere to go. Final seconds. Lecomte gets up the floater, and big time play by Emmanuel Lecomte.
Massive, huge 30-year-old veteran. Coming up big here.
Hermanson finds Onassin. Still has it. Foul's given. 17.3. The big man will go to the free throw line. I mean, Belgium, it's like a boxing match for them. They've been beaten up. Part of it, they've beaten themselves up, but they're in the final round, and, well, they could just hold on. Not a bad foul, to be honest, because There's the play by Manny Lecoq. My goodness gracious, as he stepped up big time here in the fourth. Well, Vanassin, 4 out of 6 from the free throw line tonight. Make both of these, back to a 1-point game. First one good.
Big fella. Little ice in his veins for the first one.
Because now if he does make this second one, for Iceland, you want to put on a bit of full court pressure, trap someone, because at some point, when they get it over the hop, you got to foul.
And if he misses it, you want to crash the boards as well. It's been 1 from 2 most of the time. But he knocks them down.
Well, big time play by the Beast.
1-point game.
There's the foul, but they foul the man you probably don't want to send to the free throw line.
And Iceland there in a bit of shock.
Well, Lecoq's got 12 tonight. 5 out of 19 from the field. He's only taken 2 free throws, but indeed he has made them both. Got to make them both here. Last season when he played here in Poland for Polski Cukier Toruń, well, he indeed was a 91% free throw shooter.
This is why you love basketball, you know. Knocks it down. It might not be a pretty game, but they've given themselves a chance. And that chance has put them up 2. Can be 3 here. And then they've got to get back and play solid defense.
Second one good. Oh, a timeout is going to be called by Craig Peterson. And I imagine they'll probably advance the ball.
Yeah, they'll advance the ball. And you got to get something, a good look. I always go back and forth here. Do you try and... There's so many different ways. You shoot the 3, which is obviously not a high percentage shot for them right now. They are 3 from 21. They're 14% from the 3-point line. Or do you go for a quick 2 and set a full court trap and press and try and turn it over, or foul and then put Belgium at the free throw line again and try and see if you can miss it. There's a lot of factors that go into it. I just think all you need to do is score.
I think the worrying thing though here in the case of Iceland is indeed been the fact they're 14% from the perimeter. So, well.
And also left the door open.
Yep.
They left the door open. They kept being, what was it, 7 points was the biggest thing. 8-2 run here in the last. Belgium have done fantastically on the offensive end. 21 points. That's the highest scoring quarter this game. They've stuck with it. Even when it hasn't been going their way, they've figured out just to dig deep, get stops, and get a bucket.
Well, they are indeed going to advance the ball. And one thing that's undeniable, unquestionable, the loyalty of the Icelandic fans. We see them in and around this beautiful city of Katowice. They love their culture. They're proud of their players and their country. But Housen is going to inbound this here for Iceland. And that's a beautiful sight there. You got to love to see the blue jerseys. Well, you got to get it inbound. You got to be quick. You got to be clinical. Well, they got to avoid the five second violation. Well, this could change, actually. They're going to call this against Iceland.
One referee called a foul, and one referee has called 5-second violation. It's a 5-second violation. It's huge.
Well, Craig Peterson can't use a head coach challenge because he already used it, and is trying to say his players were impeded when trying to execute, but probably should have just inbounded into Hermansen in the corner because time was winding down for Iceland.
That's massive. A big stop. Huge defensive position. We just sat there talking in the timeout. Oh, you could do this, you could do that. How about getting the ball in bounds?
Yep. But you know what? Great defense from Belgium.
Wonderful defense. They're going to sub in.
Well, Van Vleer's come back in, yep.
That's a smart idea, obviously, to spread the floor and to shoot. Another. And he has to come back in the game. Why? Did he not check into the table? quick enough.
Well, the Icelandic fans full of cheers throughout this game.
No, well, they're just praying right now.
Yep, indeed. If it's one thing we must pay homage here to Belgium is through the adversity of nothing clicking for them offensively, digging deep, going far and finding that way. And, it's not over. The tricky thing for Belgium is they got to inbound it and get it over the halfway line. Iceland, you've got to trap, force a turnover. There you go. Must trap. Only foul the cop one more time.
The only good thing is the point of a second is off. And Iceland fans in a bit of disbelief, I think,
It's never good when you're chasing the game and you foul a 92% free throw shooter. There's no doubt he would have played in this building when he played for Polski Cukier here in Poland. Now it makes it a two-possession ball game.
That's tough in this 14.4. I mean, I've seen crazier things happen, but really done a great job here. Knocking down the free throws. The subs are going to come in. The offense for defense. And
well, Menace is going to leave the game. Van Vliet in. Iceland, you've got to go quick. You got to go for a three, if anything. Double clutches. Halsen comes up with it.
Both referees haven't seen. The third one's going to come in. They're going to keep it Iceland's ball. Let's have a look. Way to... Well, the thing is, nobody has coaches review, so that there is a referee review, which they're going to use, which I think is smart. It's there, so why not? To get this call correct.
Of course, for Iceland, the next games, they'll have to go up against France, Poland, and Slovenia.
Ain't easy.
Oh, it's going to be tough for sure, but this was the game that both teams desperately needed to win. 4.9 down by 5. Potentially, let's have a look. Let's listen to the referees.
Maybe this one. Yes, we can select this one. Now it's touch. White, 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 white. Now goes a bit. Do you see the same? Do you see the same? White, white, white. And do you see the same black team? Go, slowly, go, 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 go. Go. Oh, still white.
Also, it's also that the end of the left leg. Can we do like this? Zoom?
You have zoom? Okay, let's go. No, 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 no. This way. Now go, go. And white, white, white.
Yes, white.
Yes. Black. We will continue black. We can check the time. We can check the time. Go back. Go back. 5. Okay, after the wheel, call reversed, and black team in the baseline, and the game clock shall be reset 5 point, okay?
What is indeed going to be Belgian ball with 4.9 left.
Good use of the referee review. 2 referees didn't see it. The third one came in. Go and you use the review. And it goes to Belgium.
Well, Jean-Marc Muema will inbound this. I think Dario George is going to go timeout because it's in their half. So, well, you got to feel for these Icelandic players. But, you know, congratulations to Belgium. It's not over yet. Still seconds left. But for a team who've been trailing for 32 minutes in a game, and to dig deep when it matters, Z, that is impressive.
Well, this is why we love basketball. Obviously, it can go up and down, roundabouts, and Belgium is a true testament of that. You know, there have been moments where I'm thinking, man, they need to get it together here, and they have. And the biggest stat that jumps out at me that's really got them in this game and kept them within that 7 points is 20 second chance points. Iceland has 4, and I think that is the game. The 20 points, and the fans know it as they say certain words and bring their hands to their heads, is that never giving up. And this is what I talked about, you know, I think at the beginning of the fourth, is that when things are going easy and it becomes, you know, a little bit more difficult, a little bit more, you're biting your nails, you're uncertain, and 20 second chance points is how you get back into the game and ultimately find yourself leading.
Well, he has been Mr. Fourth Quarter indeed, because he's come up with some big plays. Any pick and roll he makes, once he gets inside the key, you know, the world is his, and that's how it's been. Jean-Manuela inbounding.
Oh gosh.
Almost turning it over. Schwartz puts up a prayer. Van de Ende connects, and that will do it. History will not be made tonight. Indeed, Belgium winning by 7 points, 71-64 against Iceland. They trailed for 32 minutes of the game, but in the end, they dug deep, and they found themselves where it mattered. What a big performance from Belgium, Z.
Outstanding. Van der Ende just gets that last little alley-oop play there. Schwartz threw it up to kill the time, but there you have it. It doesn't matter what it looks like. If you've played bad, good, ugly, indifferent, it matters who is the winner here. And this was a huge game, right? Both just lost in game day 1. This keeps their hopes alive to try and get out of this group, and this group ain't easy. And Belgium, wow, have found a way. Congratulations to them. Heartbreak for Iceland and their 2,000 fans that have made the wait here.
And indeed, the big 10-0 run in which Belgium went on here in the fourth quarter. I mean, that was an impeccable 10-0 run. It was imperative. It was so crucial, undeniably, the moment. And I said it. I said, look, this is a good team.
Yeah.
With the stats, we can see them. But that 10-0 run is what I said is all they need is a little moment.
Yeah.
And they finally got that moment.
And they win the rebounding game, 43-39. The assists go to Iceland. They looked after the ball in certain moments. Laconte, wow, you know, I think if you're watching this and you're under 6 foot, he's a true testament. You don't have to be a big, tall player to play basketball. He's 5'11", 30 years old, and found ways. He used the fake, he used the step through, he hit his free throws. All moments which have just been massive for Belgium. And there it's hugs and kisses because it's well deserved.
Well, indeed, basketball fans, I will be heading to the post-game press conference, where from Belgium I'll be meeting head coach Dario Georgia and Emmanuel Lecomte. And from Iceland, I'll be meeting Craig Peterson and Mon Hermanson. Congratulations to Belgium. Zania will lead you through the highlights, and join me on the FIBA Media YouTube platform if you want to join us at the post-game press conference.
Well, it's all hugs, and their vet, Mwema, came out in that first quarter, scored those 10 points, and really set the energy. I gave him a hard time, Belgium, I'll admit that. I thought there was moments where they wavered, they lagged, they struggled, but what they didn't do is break, and that's the most important thing. Here's our fourth and final best plays of this game, and it is all Belgium. They managed to outscore Iceland 25-12. They did such a good job in that fourth and final quarter. They hadn't won a quarter the whole game, but just stuck around. 7 points was the biggest lead for Iceland, and it just wasn't enough. The big fella for Iceland, though, Henderson, he had a double-double. He had 20 points, 10 rebounds, and 4 blocks. And even with those numbers, wasn't able, excuse me, let me put some respect on it, it's 5 blocks he had. And there he is finishing around the rim. So Iceland go 0-2 as they drop to Israel game day 1 and now to Belgium. Belgium get their first win in this group. They drop to France, which is probably one of their toughest games, but this group isn't easy. And congratulations to the Belgian Lions. Wow, they figured it out. This nice little baseline drive and finish from Bako. And we'll give Bako a shout out too. 10 points and 7 rebounds. And there it is, the shock of what they've just seen, Iceland. They've seen their team lead completely the whole way. So up next will be France versus Slovenia. A good game coming. Iceland, disappointment. Belgium, happy. And then we've got the evening feast with the home nation, Poland, taking on Israel. That's going to be a juicy one. Stick with us back at 5 o'clock, and we'll see you then.